Welcome to U.S. Military Summary. With each passing day, the possibility of Ukraine receiving German Leopard tanks is growing. Although Germany has so far refused to allow them to be sent, many European countries are pressuring Berlin to do so. In this article, we will not reflect on the political decision still pending. Suppose Ukraine already has Leopards too. Who would prevail in a fight that didn't happen but still could happen? The human factor. Tank crews play a crucial role in the outcome of a battle, as history has shown that possessing superior weaponry does not guarantee victory. In this hypothetical battle, Russian tank crews would hold a slight advantage due to their experience and the condition of their tanks. There are reports that Ukrainian tank crews are undergoing training to operate the German Leopard tank, which presents a challenge for them as they will be facing unfamiliar technology. The risk of mistakes while driving the tank is higher for them compared to their Russian counterparts. The Ukrainian crew is more likely to experience confusion during combat due to the significant differences in equipment compared to the Russian crew. It is still unknown what type of tanks Ukraine would receive, and it cannot be assumed that they are comparable to other Western technology. Reports suggest that some heavy artillery systems have defects, mainly related to overloading, which may also affect the German tanks. Defects may appear in the fire control system or lead to the rapid wear of the gun. However, since the end of the war, neither Russian nor Ukrainian sources have reported any problems with Russian artillery, indicating its reliability. Power. In a few months during the spring, the two tanks could potentially face each other. This time of year is characterized by heavy torrential rains, which means there will be a significant amount of mud. Russia claims that the T-90 is superior in these conditions, but this is not entirely accurate. Even prior to the war, there were reports of dozens of tanks getting stuck in the mud on the Russian-Ukrainian border. The Russians had to bring in a tractor to pull each tank out of the mud one by one. In terms of power, the German Leopard has the upper hand with 1,500 horsepower compared to the T-90's 1,130 horsepower. The Leopard is equipped with a 12-volt MTU cylinder diesel engine, which gives it a distinct advantage over its Russian competitor. Maneuverability. In addition to its superior power, the German Leopard also boasts greater maneuverability compared to the Russian T-90M, thanks in part to its more advanced transmission. The rank HSWL 345, in the muddy conditions of Ukraine, the combination of a powerful engine and modern transmissions allows the German tank to reach speeds of up to 75 km per hour, compared to the T-90M's maximum speed of 60 km per hour. This increased speed gives the Leopards an edge in terms of maneuverability. The Leopard's ground-specific pressure indicator is also slightly better than that of the T-90M, providing another advantage in terms of maneuverability. Armament. Both the German Leopard and Russian T-90M tanks are equipped with primary and secondary armaments. The Leopard's primary armament consists of a German RH-120L44 120mm gun, or RH-120L55 120mm, while the T-90M's primary armament is a 125mm smoothbore gun, the 2A46M5. The secondary armaments for the T-90M include a 12.7mm Cord heavy machine gun and a 7.62mm PKMT belt-fed general-purpose machine gun, while the Leopard is equipped with either two 7.62mm MG3A1 or two 7.62mm FNAMGs mounted on its turret. While it is important to compare the weapons, in this situation it is ultimately the ammunition that will determine the outcome of a potential battle. The German Leopard's gun can fire a projectile up to 3,500 meters, while the T-90M can reportedly fire up to 4,000 meters, according to Russian sources. Although the projectiles have similar characteristics, the larger caliber of the Russian gun compensates for the 500-meter difference. Armor. The armor of the German Leopard and Russian T-90M tanks differ in composition. The Leopard's multi-layer armor is made up of high-hardness steel and ceramic components, while the T-90M's armor is composed of special alloy and composite materials. Some critics claim that the Leopard has a weak spot in its board and rear, where there is minimal armor. However, the same vulnerability can be said for the T-90M, particularly in its rear. Realistically, both tanks will sustain damage if hit by an enemy tank's projectile. Neither tank would fare well against a handheld anti-tank weapon and would suffer similar damage. The effectiveness of tank armor was demonstrated in Ukraine, where Russian tanks equipped with armor similar to the T-90M suffered defeats. Although the Leopard 2 has not been deployed in Ukraine, Turkish troops lost 3 Leopard 2 tanks in a battle near the town of Albab in northern Syria. The tanks were hit by the Russian man-portable anti-tank missiles, highlighting the vulnerability of tanks to these weapons. And yet, who will win? It is difficult to predict which tank would come out on top in a battle between the German Leopard and the Russian T-90M. Both tanks have similar statistics, with each possessing its own advantages. The T-90M would have an advantage due to the inexperience of the Ukrainian crew with this particular tank. Conversely, the Leopard would have an edge with its superior maneuverability. The outcome of the battle would ultimately depend on these two factors, as neither the armament nor armor would provide a significant advantage over the other tank. And that's all the content for today. Thank you for watching and supporting our channel. If you enjoyed it, please give US Military Summary a like. Subscribe to our channel and don't forget to turn on notifications. Now goodbye and see you again soon.